So, Jonathan, once more, we are thanking you, and we believe and hope that you always come our way so that you will clear our ways, because many people have fell into wrong hands in the process of their visa application to come to Canada. Good afternoon, Mr. Jatin.
Good afternoon, Emmanuel.
Yes. Welcome to today's interactive section, today, 1st of May, 2025. So please, can you introduce yourself?
Thank you, Emmanuel. It's my pleasure to be here. My name is Jatin, and I am a regulated Canadian immigration consultant, and my license number is R711130.
Okay, you're welcome. So today we are going to have a wonderful topic where we'll be discussing about GCMC notes. So it's going to be a very, very important one. I also remain Emmanuel Chibuogo. So today, can we elaborate what this GCMC note is all about?
Yes. So it's GCMS notes. And it's the global case management system that is used by IRCC to maintain the comprehensive records of the applicants. And these notes provide detailed insights into the status and processing of an applicant's immigration file. And it includes the officer comments, the current status of their application, or sometimes the applications are refused, and then we can request GCMS notes to IRCC to get the full overview of the file, like why the file was refused, basically to know the exact reason for the refusal, or to check the status of the file. And we can apply it for any kind of file, whether it's a temporary resident visa, permanent residency, or citizenship.
Okay, you've come to a point where I wanted to ask you, why do we need a GCMC note?
Yes, so there are some aspects when we need the GCMS notes. So first one is to understand an application's status. So for example, sometimes the applications are delayed by IRCC, right? And then to know the exact situation or the status of the file, where actually your file is stuck at, then we can request the GCMS notes for that. So sometimes some people get scammed or defrauded by some fake immigration consultants or agents. Then they do not share any kinds of documents with their clients, right? The applicant does not get any kind of document, like what was submitted on his behalf by someone, right? So in that scenario, we can request the GCMS notes, and those are the officer notes, and we can request the GCMS notes along with the documents that were submitted with the application. And then we can come to know what documents were submitted for those applicants.
Okay.
Yes, and then it helps in preparing the reapplications. For example, if an application was refused, then it helps us to prepare the next application in a strengthened manner, or in a better manner, I can say.
Okay, thank you. So, how do one request for this GCMC note?
So, it can be a complicated process, but we can definitely help them in submitting the request for GCMS notes. And we always make sure that all the necessary details and documents are included so that it avoids delays. And then when we receive the GCMS notes, then we definitely email it to the client straight away.
Okay. So what are the information contained in GCMC note when one gets that?
Yes. So these are the detailed notes from the visa officer that describe if an application was refused and what were the reasons, like why the visa officer was not satisfied with the documents that were provided with the application. And sometimes, like if the application is delayed and it's still in process, then it tells us about the application status and the stage at which the application is stuck. And on the other hand, it also tells us about the reasons for delays or refusals. And it also tells us about the correspondence between IRCC and the applicant. For example, if any kind of additional document request was raised and like what happened with the application, we get an overview of everything. That's why GCMS notes are really helpful for the applicants who have previous refusals, or if they were scammed by someone, like they even did not get any documents that were submitted with their application.
Okay, so in a final note, what is your advice for people who wants to come to Canada or who wants to apply for their visas to Canada and they have been refused earlier? So what is your advice to them?
So first of all, what we do is if your visa has been refused, then we request the GCMS notes to get the detailed reasons why the visa was refused. And once we get the GCMS notes, it helps us to strengthen your application by providing the sufficient documentation so that the visa officer, just to clear the doubts of the visa officer.
Okay. So thank you, our viewers. You have heard it from the horse's mouth. Mr. Jatin is, like he says, is an immigration consultant, which means he has authority over what he's saying. So it's not based on assumption. So before you approach your visa, if you've been refused before, this time you need this GCMC note to be able to position yourself to get the positive result you're looking for. So Jatin, once more, we are thanking you, and we believe and hope that you always come our way so that you will clear our ways, because many people have fell into wrong hands in the process of their visa application to come to Canada.
They can always book an appointment with us, and if they want any kind of immigration advice, then we will be happy to help you and guide them in a proper manner. You can always book an appointment with us.
Okay, thank you for today.